Hey, welcome to Adventure Streaming, guys. I'm Guy Fucci, and today I'm putting away the sled trailer and doing some maintenance on it. So I figured I'd do a video and show you some of the tips that I use and I've been doing for over 25 years. But love to hear some of your comments if you do things differently or if you have other ideas. Hopefully you enjoy it. A lot of salt. I don't know, put about 4,500 miles on it this season. I notice I'm getting a little mold in a couple of places. We'll do some pre-sprays. We're going to start on the inside first. Get all the crap out of the tracks. Clean this thing out today. So here's a cool idea. One of my electrician buddies showed me. Just take the head of a harness, you can buy these separately, and you just put a hole, drill it into your frame, and it's a great way to keep this thing plugged in. Alright, Dave, good idea. I've done that in the last few trailers. I also keep a rubber strap here, keeps the arm up, so that way that's not flopping when you're driving. Nothing special, I'm just using some Simple Green. There's all sorts of great products, but that's what I have used on the boat as well. I always hang a copy of my registration in the trailer. If you have multiple trailers, that helps out. I also keep a copy in my glove compartment, but I might not always be the guy towing the trailer, so I keep one back here. I hang some stuff up here, put a little board in there, and I keep a broom. I learned that a couple of years ago. You know how ice gets built up in here when you bring the sled in and out, and then it gets caught right in here in this track, and then when you close the door it jams? I just do a quick little brush before I close the door, and I get any of the snow that came up on the sleds off of the tailgate. And just hang this thing back up. Steve Chandler, my buddy, showed me that. Take those out before I get the power washer in here. Get all this crud out of here. I haven't had to replace, so this is a 2012. And the only thing I got to do every once in a while is screw down these mats a little bit better. Haven't had to even replace those yet. Hey, another thing I do, you'll see these in my trailer. There are mothballs in here. I drill holes and I put 3 or 4 of these in the trailer. Definitely for storage, because I store my sleds in there. I even leave these in there in the winter. Mice don't seem to like it. They don't make a mess, and man, the mice stay away. I keep a piece of wood in the trailer. I put this under the wheel on the jack stand, especially when it's muddy or snowy, so the jack stand wheel doesn't freeze into the ground, right? So this doesn't freeze into the ground. I put this on the ground, put the wheel on top of it. You know, if I got to leave the board somewhere frozen in the ground, which will happen, not a big deal. But if this is frozen in the ground, I've learned from experience, sometimes it takes a long time to get it out. So I just throw one of those, keep it in the front of the trailer. So I have this little soap cannon I like to use. Got it off of Amazon, whatever, it was like 15, 20 bucks. I put a little Dawn in here. Not too much. Put a little Simple Green. And then some soap. Not the dish soap, but this is just some RV boat soap. You know, whatever your choice is. All right, I'm going to put water in here, about up to here, and then we're good. All right, I'm going to take out the D-clamp here so I can clean the tracks out. So much crap in here. Alright, so before I do anything, any wash, I'm just gonna check a few things. I've had to replace these hinges. I mean, they're actually not bad. I mean, they're a little beat up, but make sure everything works. None of them are broken. Easy to replace. Just looking to see all the mats, pretty good. Alright, now I'm just gonna wash down the inside. I just had this on 40. Alright, that's pretty much for the inside, nothing crazy. The main thing was get the cracks clean, get any salt or whatever crap that's in there. Not a big deal. Obviously the underneath is the most important, and the outside. Okay, so I pretty much washed it down. I opened it back up. I'm gonna let it dry for a while. Then I'm gonna do a little maintenance. But basically, you know, just got all the salt, any of the heavy dirt. You could take a brush and actually wipe this down too and clean it. I'm not that anal about it. If it was brand new, I probably would have. But this pretty much got a lot of the heavy stuff off. Now I feel comfortable. I can put it away for the season and she'll be good. But I'll let it dry and then I'll lube up a few things. I'll show you what I do. Alright, so I'm going to put these back. I lube them up pretty good. Trying to do this with one hand. Right where I had it. So now, I just basically go down and wipe all around the doors, windows, whatever you want to call this hatch. Man, look at all this sand and stuff in here. Just this helps with keeping it watertight. You know, anywhere where you got rubber. Look at all this. So I'm just trying to get this shit off there. Fuel door. So now I go crazy with some lube. You can use whatever you want, but I'll spray down the coupler. I'll spray down the connectors. I'll go down and lube this, lube the hinges. Sure that gets worked in. Spray the connectors. I also spray the truck down pretty good. So grease this. There's a grease hole right here, or you can pop this off. I greased it about 2 weeks ago and just work it in. There's a gear in there. If not, this stuff will, you know, it gets hardened and your jack goes to hell really quickly. Get that in there. I also like to do the handles. It's just stuff I've never really had problems with my trailers. This gets cooked up pretty good right here, just from being outside and getting all the sand and shit in here. I spray the hinges down. I'll wipe it. I like to get my pulley system. Get the spring, this thing will rust. I spray these down. I still got the old fashioned, but they work. Grease up these hinges. They have grease zerks. Wish they had grease zerks on them, but work it in. These hinges, you can hit them. Work it in. Okay, so now I'm going to grease the hubs. These are not any special kind of hubs. These are probably the cheap ones, but I've had good success with them. Let's pop that off with a screwdriver. I got one of these about 3-4 months ago for my side-by-side. This lock lube. This thing's amazing. Let's put it on here. Usually 5 or 6 is good. You can usually start to see the grease come in around it. There we go. Okay, I'm going to grease these hinges on the back of the door. Clean off these zerks. All right. See the water pop out where these washers are. It's good. You want the grease to push that out. Yep, just started to come out, so we're good. So I'm just gonna loosen up the lugs. Put a little lube on there. All right, so I carry an impact gun, and the sockets for both my truck and the trailer are always with me. So it's a nice little thing to have. So what I'm gonna do is just loosen these up and then put a little anti-seize. You know, you can use grease. I'm going to use some anti-seize lubricant. And again, think about it. It's middle of the night. You're on the road. You're going somewhere. It's definitely snowing, icy, and you get a flat. The last thing you want to be doing is screwing around with getting the lug nuts off. And so this little maintenance thing, it'll probably take me 5 minutes to tire. Will be worth it. You do it once a season, and man, those lug nuts will come off for you. So it's something, like I said, it's going to take me 20 minutes to do all 4. Try and do it with one hand. Little dab. Boom. That's it. Okay, make sure you set your lugs to the manufacturer's specified torque. Okay? My gun's set up to what I need. Make sure you check your torque specs. That was it. That took 5 minutes per tire. Hey, thanks for watching Adventure Streaming, guys. Hopefully you got something out of this a little bit. I always learn something. Hey, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. If you have other things you do to your trailer or better ways to do things that I've done, let me know. And until next time, enjoy your adventures.